Hi Danielle, this is Gibran, and I'm
Hello.
HR for United Web.
Hello.
We received your application and we were interested in asking you some more questions. So let me start by asking you how did you find out about Preston?
I actually was just doing some research about, local event jobs. I'm really interested in that kind. And your company actually was one of the first companies to pop up. So I did a little bit of research and found that was pretty interesting. So I decided to apply and see kind of what happened.
I see that you have a BA in marketing. So what brought you specifically to event planning instead of marketing?
I really like the event planning. I like the whole strategy of planning something and seeing how it kind of progresses from an idea to an actual event. I've actually planned a couple events for a couple of my classes and the comedy show, my marketing classes, and also the golf tournament. So it was kind of interesting to see all the ideas that everybody had and make it basically a reality. So I thought that was really interesting, and I really enjoyed being a part of that, and I hope to continue that because it was very interesting. I love it.
So you touched a little bit on your experience. Can you give me more background on your experience in general? It doesn't have to be specific to event planning.
Oh, sure. I have been in the restaurant business for since I was 16. I've worked my way up from pretty much the very bottom all the way to our lead bookkeeper. So I'm kind of bookkeeping at the moment. I really enjoy it, so I kind of see from the customer service point of view to the management side. So I feel the experience alone is intriguing just to see how the business is run and see how things are taken care of on the business side. So I feel like I can take those types of qualifications and really put it towards to anything that I'm looking for. When we did the event planning, it basically everything is tied together from a business standpoint, and your advertising, your marketing, your planning, your finance, and management team. So when we did the class, it was really interesting. We all broke into different groups of what part we were in, but ultimately we all were doing the same thing. So as part of the advertisement team, it was, we go around trying to sell tickets, best way to advertise for the event, and make sure we have the most outcome people going to the event.
So it seems like you have enough experience which we like. We're looking for really energetic people and fun people, great with skills, treating customers and everything. What's your best asset, would you say?
For me, I feel like I really enjoy talking to the customers, like talking to guests, talking to people in general. I think that's why I've stayed in the restaurant business for so long, because I'm constantly meeting and greeting new people, listening to their stories, giving them advice. People come in and, oh, what's the best this and what's that. So they're kind of consoling me of like, oh, they're trusting my advice and my opinion. I really value it, so it's always nice to kind of have that chance to talk to everybody, instead of being,
Yeah, that's great. And how do you fit our profile, our company? How can you generate relationships with team players? We are really, we're a different company than most. We're really energetic, we're really fun, we like to work with a team as a family. So how do you think you fit our family?
I think I'd be like a great asset. I'm a lot of fun. I'm very easy to get along with. I've had, numerous people, always be hi to me when they had problems. And, it was when I was a bookkeeper, it was always nice to have people be able to come to me when they had problems. And I've managed a small team on my own, so I know about teamwork and communication and how important it is. But at the same time, have fun, So it's, you have to be kind of that strict manager at some point, but you want to be somebody that people can feel open to talk to and feel comfortable with. You don't want to be that closed off type person. So I always have that open door policy of, to feel like you can be, welcome to. So I always try and bring that, aspect to my job and make sure everyone's in a fun and safe environment.
That's great. And how about your career goals, specifically in this field?
I hope to branch out, and like move up in the company. I always see potential and, always want to be bigger and better. I like to really work hard and, ultimately get to a higher standard. I started from the very, like I said, started from the very bottom, and I worked my way pretty much all the way up to management. So it was kind of an accomplishment for me, and also a goal to
So how long are you planning on working here? For a long-term job, or are you looking for a short?
I'm actually looking for a career. I've been looking, having job after job. I don't want a job anymore. I'm looking for a career. I want something that I can be with, long term. I want to be, settled with a company. I don't want to be jumping around from job to job. I want that stability of being with a company.
And we could definitely offer you that, but we think that you're the right fit for a company. Can you give me a little bit of background on what your big accomplishment would say and failure as well?
Actually, my biggest accomplishment is also probably my biggest failure. When I was in school, I kind of struggled. It was very difficult to, stay focused and really, drive to graduation. But I actually had to take a class 3 times. So I actually ended up taking accounting 3 times before I passed. So for me, it was one of my biggest failures, but at the same time, it made me a stronger person because when I graduated, I felt like I couldn't do anything. And I have, I've made the dean's list in 2013, so anything that I set my mind to, I definitely can accomplish. And I think I've proven that with, school, basically taking me quite a few years to graduate.
So what kept you there in school or in the community?
I think it was the accomplishment, the feeling that I did it. I actually ended up taking a year off from school, and I was able to actually go back within a year. So I took a year off, went back, so it kind of proved that my determination was really there, that I wanted to graduate.
That's great. And moving on a little bit more specific, so we know event planning has to do with multitasking a lot, and as well as teamwork and being a team player, working with other people outside the company and within the company. Can you give me an example of how you handle multitasking?
Well, bookkeeping is a lot of multitasking. You're dealing with, accounts, you're dealing with payroll, you're dealing with money. So it's really important to make sure you have, that multitasking set, because if you don't, things become organized. Things get lost, and things that I'm accountable for. So it's very important for me, as a manager, to make sure that I have that multitasking set. So make sure everything's neat and organized, and when it is, everything tends to go smoothly.
And do you work well with the team, or are you more of an individual?
I prefer working in a team. I prefer that interaction with others. I like the ideas that others have more so. So it's always, involving to get other people, because you have all these different ideas, and then to combine into one. So I prefer working as a team. I don't mind working as an individual at times. If I need a specific task done, I'm more than willing to take it on and actually get it finished and done on time. But for the most part, I'm fairly open to both.
So are you okay with going back and forth, sometimes being a leader for a project and sometimes working with the team?
Definitely, that's what I did, so.
How about deadlines? In our industry, we have very specific deadlines we can't fail in that sense. So how do you manage that?
Well, every single week we have to have our invoices and all of our accounts set and ready by a specific time and date every single week. So I make sure, if I know I have a lot to get done, I'm always there early to make sure I get it done on time. So I'm willing to go above and beyond to make sure things get done on time. So deadlines to me aren't a problem. I've been dealing with them with many years, so to me it's just
And then social skills are a huge part of our industry. As a company, we want to make sure that we have energetic people, talented people in the company. What is your best asset as far as social skills go, and how do you help people?
Well, like I said before, I've been a server, so I feel, that communication is really important to the guests. If they're unsure about something, I want them to feel comfortable enough to ask me. you know, and I'll make sure I answer all their questions, and if they have any further questions that I might not be able to answer, you know, I'd always go with somebody that might have, you know, management skills that would be able to help them. So I make sure I communicate well to others, and I mean, that's the best part is getting communication.
Okay, well, that's pretty much all that I have for you. Do you have any questions for me?
Not at the moment. Can you tell me maybe a little bit about yourself? And, I mean, I've done some research on the company, but you know, just a little bit about yourself and like what you guys do. And...
Well, me myself, I graduated from Pakistan originally with a communications degree, but I decided to HR because I love that company and what they stand for. We are located in Arizona, which I forgot to ask you, but are you willing to relocate?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we pretty much provide other companies and small businesses in the area with technology and IT. We do a lot of event planning for other businesses as well as ourselves, and that's pretty much what we do. We're looking for someone that can prepare events, be creative, find locations, catering, etc.
Okay, all right, perfect. Yeah, I think those are the only questions that I have at the moment.
Well, thank you for your time. I'll keep you in mind. I'll keep you posted.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.